Hello everybody. I thought I would do a video on how to get the ingredients to craft s'mores. This came by request by a viewer. Um, I believe his name is Liam Elias 4214. He wanted to see a video on s'mores, so here we are. Um, S'mores recipe can be found by doing the Campfire Tales event. And after you get the recipe, it calls for bone, Brahmin milk, razor grain flour, spices, sugar, syrup, and wood. The harder things to find are going to be Brahmin milk. Um, Spices can be, they're kind of all over. You just got to go into the kitchens. Any kitchen will have some spices in it. Sugar is easy to come by if you just walk by the rivers and grab snaptail reeds and make your own sugar. Syrup is kind of the harder one to find. And then wood and bone are just kind of all over the place. You can find them anywhere. And then, so syrup, let's start with syrup since it's the hardest one to find. We're going to go first to Flatwoods. Not Flatwoods, the Overseer's camp. There is 2 bottles of syrup in the Overseer's camp. I'm going to show you a couple different ways of getting this. You can either go get just the syrup or you can craft your own. It really depends on how you want to do it. But if you come to the Overseer's house, there's going to be 2 in here. There's going to be 1 up here. And then there's going to be 1 upstairs. On this shelf. You can look around in here for some spices and stuff. There will be some usually over here and potentially some up and around the kitchen area. There's some sugar. Take that too since we'll need it. And I think that's all we really need from in here. So the next place we'll try to look is the trading post in Skyline Valley. Now there's a vendor down here that will sell both syrup and the glowing resin to make syrup. I feel like this is the spot where you can probably get the most syrup for what it's worth. Now if we can just find the vendor guy. There he is, all the way over there. So we'll trade with him. And if you go down to glowing resin, he's got 20 of them. So you can buy all 20, which I'm going to. And then if you go down to, oh, he's got some spices too. Let's go ahead and buy those. If you go down to syrup, he's got 10 syrup as well. So really you can make quite a bit out of that. If you're wanting to get your own glowing resin, we can go to White Springs Station. And there's going to be, I think, 5 glowing resins at White Spring Station. So you're going to want to turn around and run up this way. Keep going, keep going. It's going to be on a tree, like right near the train tracks. There it is. Okay, and so you'll get 1, 2, 3. Well, there's 3 of them. I know there's more around. But anyway, you get the idea. You can probably run these train tracks and run anywhere up and down along here and down in this area. I know there's some right along this road here that goes up this way to Fred's Barbecue Shack. If you start from the train station and go that way, I think you'll find some there too. So I'm going to call that good for the syrup. I think you kind of get the picture on that one. So let's do razor grain flour. So razor grain flour is made out of razor grain, obviously, but there's a good place to get a lot of razor grain all at one time. If you come over here to the Silva Homestead and then go down from the Silva Homestead to the Billings Homestead, which is the workshop, there is a ton of razor grain in that field. And when I mean a ton, I mean there is a ton. So we'll run down the road here. Now I like to put on my green thumb perk, and I probably should have had it on when I was grabbing the resin, and you probably would want to do that. I'm going to do it with the razor grain just so I can get a bunch at one time, and then I won't have to come back over here for a while. So here's all your razor grain. Just run along, pick as much razor grain as you desire. I'm going to try and get a bunch while I'm here. See, it's just littered all over the place. Just razor grain upon razor grain. And we'll grab as much of this as we can here. There's just so much. See, it's just everywhere. It's pretty much an endless supply of razor grain. You should never have a shortage of razor grain flour when crafting this recipe if you come over here. Okay, we'll grab a few more here, and then I think we're going to call it a day. Everybody's going to get the picture on this one. There's razor grain all over here. It would take me an hour to pick all of this razor grain. So, okay. So we got the razor grain for the razor grain flour. Spices, like I said, you can find those in kitchens littered all around. For instance, you can probably go, I can't remember if there's any in, no, there was some in Flatwoods. But either way, spices are pretty easy to come by. You're just going to have to pick them up as you're just traveling through the wasteland and save them up. There's no one spot where you're going to get like a bunch of spices. It just doesn't work that way. Let's see if we can find any spices in here. Sometimes we find them, sometimes we don't. Well, it looks like somebody has been in here. And I'm not seeing any. No spices. Not today. But yeah, you can pretty much get those anywhere. Actually, there might be some over here on this table. Sometimes there's some over here on this table as well. But there's not right now. So, All right, Brahmin milk. Since we're already in Flatwoods, this will be kind of easy. Brahmin milk you just get from Brahmin. Um, when you take it from them, they'll get agitated, and so sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't. Like that time I got 4. Let's see if I can get something from this guy. I only got 1 from him. Or her, I guess I should say. Got 1 from that one. Okay. Next place we're going to go for Brahmin milk is going to be up here at the Wayward. And as long as nobody's killed these Brahmin, they should be there. At Flatwoods, the Wayward, and at the next spot. So there's a couple Brahmin over here in a pen. 3 of them to be exact. And it looks like somebody might have milked these already. It's not giving me the option to. So that'll be something you'll probably run into too, is whether they've been milked or not. Another place to check is up here at Anchor Farm. They've got a pen with some Brahmin in it. And if you have the Brahmin pen at your camp, you can always just every once in a while get Brahmin milk from that. But the Brahmin milk, I think, spoils fairly quickly. So you're going to want to use it pretty quickly. That's why I saved this for the last ingredient. The other ingredients, bone, again, you find anywhere. You know, go kill some super mutants or something, or anything, you know, that would give you bone. Wood, you know, you just pick up throughout the wild, or I have a wood run video that I'm going to put out where you can get like 800-900 wood at a time. Once I get that one out, you can check that video out. Sugar, again, snaptail reeds. If you start at Flatwoods, or more or less down here by the Ag Center where this stream starts, and just kind of run up this way and go around here and just follow that stream all the way up to Morgantown to Mama Dolce's, you will have way more than you will ever need. So, that being said, we will go to our camp and make some s'mores, I do believe. As long as we have all the stuff, which I think I do. I think I have enough spices and stuff that I should be able to craft something here. All right, let's see. We'll start by making some flour, because I'm not sure that I have any of that. Let's see. Prepared. We need razor grain flour. Look at that. I can make 36 razor grain flour. Now, I'm pretty sure razor grain flour, once you craft it, it doesn't spoil. So, yeah, it doesn't have a spoil bar. So once you make it, it's good forever. And so let's go to, is it prepared potentially? Can't remember where syrup is. Says we can make some s'mores already, but I want to make some syrup. Might be in plants. Syrup. Where's my syrup? There it is. Okay. So I can make 23 syrup just with what I bought from the guy in Murray at the trading post. So, I mean, you're going to get a ton if you just do it that way. And at 440 caps isn't really a bad price for that. Okay, let's go and make some s'mores. So, I can make 3 s'mores, and that is probably from my lack of sugar because I use sugar for other things. So there we go. We have officially made s'mores. They look tasty. Alright, well, that's it for this video. If this helps you at all, please like and subscribe. If there's any more videos that you'd like me to do, like, leave it in the comments and I will get it out as soon as I possibly can. Have a great day.